It's BPM 2015 in the media bus with Mr. Riva Starr. It's your first time here. Welcome to BPM.
Thank you. Thanks.
We've just had a really interesting chat in the Chauvet BPM arena, actually, just figuring out where it all started for you, and it was so great for you to be able to share all this experience and all the history over stuff. I mean, it's been quite a career for you so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a second though, because when you do something that you like and you do it with passion, you know, I could spend like 24 hours in the studio. I don't even realize it.
Yeah.
It's like, so as long as I'm doing what I like, it's good for me.
It's really important, and for BPM, I mean, you sort of just jetted in after a DJ set in London last night and come to check the stuff out. You've got a little bit of a pause before you play on the Pioneer DJ stage, so you're gonna have a nice look round, see what sort of kit's out there at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just curious to wander around and see. I've seen already a few things that I want to check out. Yeah, it's always good. I mean, I think it's part of our job just to keep up to date, your arsenal in terms of studio equipment and DJ equipment and the latest softwares and stuff. I know it's hard work. Sometimes you feel like I couldn't really bother, but it's good. Even if you don't use it, it's better to just go and check. It's like when you download like 1,000 promos, you know that maybe that label not really delivers, but you really want to check each and every release of that label, because you never know. There might be that track that if you miss out on that one, you're gonna regret forever. So, it's always good just to check everything and see what's going on, and
It's good stuff, and I mean, as I say, the chat we had earlier was really educational. Part of BPM is to just really teach up and coming DJs and producers how to get into it, how to remain in it, and how to perform. I mean, it was great to hear you sharing your thoughts with that. But it is tough these days, isn't it?
It's very tough. On one side is easier, on the other side is tougher, because with the internet thing now, I don't know, it's you have access to all the music, you have access almost to all the contacts, but on the other side everyone has access to it, so it's like everything is like multiplied for millions times, and whereas before the same thing of like releasing on vinyl rather than just digital, now everyone can just release on digital, just set up a label and deliver to the record stores, the digital record stores. Back in the days, the record had to be good, and you really had to have someone that really wanted to spend money on it. So there are different things, but I don't think it's worth complaining about how things change, because things have always been changing, from the 50s to the 60s to the 70s. Like disco people were complaining about the rock and roll people, electro people from the 80s were complaining from the disco people. There's always kind of this change of time, and I think getting to know the latest stuff going on in terms of equipment, of what's moving on in the industries, services that you can have to put out your music out there is always important.
Yeah, there's so many different manufacturers out there. I mean, how do you pick? Do you just go and try everything out and see what's best?
Yeah, I mean, and then everyone has his own style, so you just pick the stuff that it's very connecting to you, and it's making your work even more valuable and better. So that's why it's good to try and test everything. Is like when you use plugins in the studio, or synthesizers or whatever, like it's not everything that's for you, and so you just have to try, because if you don't try, you don't know.
What's your favourite at the moment?
Favorite what plugin?
Favourite. Let's go with, I know what your favourite manufacturer at the moment. Do you have any particular? I mean, everywhere has the CDJs, I suppose, but for example, Pioneer.
I think Pioneer is the standard of what I'm doing, the basic thing, and one of my favorite kind of piece of equipment. Also because it really allows me to express myself and my way of DJing without having a computer. So you can have like very precise loops that you can do on the fly, and some amazing effects. And it could easily be integrated with some. I play with Roland drum machine sometimes. Now with the 1000 effects unit, so, and they always keep it up to date, and they always follow the suggestions, listen to the suggestions of the DJs, which is good. I really like Native Instruments as well. They're doing a great job, with all their stuff. So, it's always good to pick and choose, the things that do better for you. I think Ira is doing a good job now, and is really managing to get the hype out there, involving all the big DJs, and I've seen more and more DJs using it as well live. So
good stuff. Well, we obviously looking forward to that performance on the Pioneer DJ stage a bit later on. Get right on it. Listen, thanks very much for your time, and have a good set later. Thanks for coming to BPM. Cheers.